Hello, and welcome back to High Five Uncut. My name is Toby Daniels, also known as Magnifico, the Superman with slim muscles and no cape. Today, I'm talking about 5 things that we need to debunk about adulthood. Or in other words, just say 5 things you need to know about adulting, right? Now, this is for younger people. If you're a teenager, this is for you. If you're not a teenager, I'm sure you'll be able to relate and you can also share this with younger people. Now, let's get right into it. Now, the phrase you'll always understand when you get older is not always true. For instance, you would understand life when you get older. In some context, it might work, it might be true, but a lot of times you have a lot of figuring out to do. When you're growing older, things get to be more confusing, especially in your early years of adulting. So let's say in your 20-somethings, it's going to be really tough understanding what you're into. A lot of people do not have clarity at that age range. And I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of people. So please, just take your time. If you don't have it figured out in your 20s, you have your 30s, you have your 40s, you have your 50s. There are a lot of people who figured out life in their 40s and they're making the best of it after that age. So please take your time, all right? There's a lot of figuring out to do. Next one is you can do anything when you're an adult and get away with it. In some cases, it's not true. There are consequences. Uncut. There are consequences for certain actions. In fact, for all actions, actually. There are consequences for actions. Just know that. So whatever you do, there's going to be a resultant effect. So have that at the back of your mind. So for instance, you don't save up. You might go hungry. You might be broke. So just have that at the back of your mind. You don't have multiple sources of income. There might be a problem. You don't know how to communicate with people. There will be a problem. You do something bad. You might get reprimanded for it or prosecuted or whatever the word is, right? So there are certain consequences for certain actions. As kids, we used to think that we could just do anything when we grow old and get away with it, but that's not the case. The word is relatively fair. I know sometimes it's unfair, but yeah, it's kind of fair because you get to pay for stuff that you do one way or another. Anyways, next one is you don't always need your parents. Now, this one, in some cases, again, it might be true, but in most cases, you need your parents. I would say to you that you need your parents for advice, you need your parents for motivation. Sometimes you need your parent for finances. Don't be so quick to grow up. In some cases, you might have a big project that you have a lot of funding, you need a lot of funding for, and you have to go back, ask your parent for some help. It doesn't mean that you're not independent, but it just means that you can always fall back on your parents. Have that at the back of your mind, that you can always ask your parent for help. Don't be so quick to grow up. The world is tough out here. Now, I'm not saying that you should not be responsible. Of course, be responsible, but always know that your parents have your back. Some of us are proud, and we need to just stop that rubbish, right? So next one, this one is a myth. When we were much younger, we used to say we just need one job, just one good job. But the truth is, you need more than one source of income these days. So yeah, you might have a good job, but it's great if you make money from other means too, because by the time the bills start piling up, you would realize that, man, what I don't pass, Gary. Do you get? If you don't understand that, if you're not a Nigerian, find the right context to understand that. I'm not going to explain it. But yeah, you need more than one source of income as an adult. It's very important. It saves you a lot of stress, especially when you're thinking of having a family sometime in the future, because you just realize your salary can't cater for the whole family, right? Even if you're earning a lot, even if you're earning millions, you would realize that you have more responsibilities as time go on. The standard of living would increase. Your projects that you take on, your family, you just realize you have more expenses and you need more money to cater to all of that. So have that at the back of your mind. More sources of income, right? Next one and the last one. Adults are bold and audacious. Oh gosh. No. Adults, I like to say I'm an adult. I mean, I'm 27. But no, we're not bold all the time. We don't have audacity every now and then. Maybe we have audacity for the wrong things, but for the things that matter in life, a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are really, really scared. So, yeah, if a young person watching right now, sometimes adults don't have it all figured out. We're scared a lot of times. We're scared, we're confused, we're anxious. A lot of us cry when you don't see us. You know, we cry to friends, good friends. We cry to like family. Some of us don't even cry in front of these people. Some of us cry alone just because we're scared. It's scary. Life is scary. Projects are scary. Growing up is scary. You know, sometimes I just think about everything. Like, how did I get here? So we're not always bold and audacious, man. But shit. Forgive my French. I'm just thinking about life in general. Life is tough, man. So those are things I think you should know about adulting. Yeah, next time, have fun and please subscribe to this channel. Please watch my other videos and please leave comment also. I'd like to know what you think about these videos. And yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm wearing a 1000 Tongues t-shirt. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter. I think Facebook also at 1K Tongues, 1K and Tongues. All right. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.